Good morning, everyone. We are the key account management team for Frugal. I'm Tony Harris, and I'll be covering the overall success strategy.
And I'm Brittany, and I will be covering the target customer base.
My name is Matthew. I'm going to go over the value proposition and the SWOT analysis.
My name is Robert, and I'll be going over the 30, 60, 90-day plan for our success.
Action.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming out. We just got a brief presentation for you today about our relationship with Frugal. Our analysis of the Red Penguin Frugal relationship to date can be described as budding. We feel that potential for a mutually beneficial relationship is great. Just a little changes probably need to be made. It's clear to us why our Vice President of Business Development and CTO negotiated this deal. Frugal's current relationship with Eagle Shark Systems is comfortable to some of the sales reps and one of the RSMs based on an established relationship that they've had over the 2-year period that they've been together. Also, the Eagle Shark reps are physically located within the units, within the locations with Frugal reps, so they kind of, they create a bond. And, people resist change, let's face it, that's just what it is. However, Reese Rollout, the manager of sales enablement, expressed frustration over Eagle Shark's reps who are uncomfortable utilizing the online communication portal that the Frugal reps communicate on. It's called Slug. Additionally, one experienced rep on the Pacific team voiced his frustration over the inability to get product information to their customers after the sale had been made with Eagle Shark Systems product. Because the techs are either too busy, they're out on calls, and they can't be in 2 places at one time. Finally, one of the 2 regional sales managers is so close-minded concerning us that he refuses to publicize any success stories that we have with our product in their company. Specifically, we had a deal that was very successful. The customer was happy, the sales rep was happy, and he just refused to let that information get out to the rest of his region. But we've got a plan, and we're going to deal with this. It's a 2-part plan. The first part is we'll become fully integrated into a Frugal Slug system. The IT director over at Frugal, Les Klickman, has already committed to facilitating this integration that we have in mind. We'll make bi-weekly entries into the system. First, we'll include product knowledge and updates about our system, and just we have some sort of sales incentive opportunity, something to just get them involved in the sales process. The second part of the plan is to advertise and recognize reps who have sold our product and successfully have successful customers. And of course, this will do 2 things. First of all, sales reps love to get their name in print. They love to be acknowledged for their work. So that'll be a plus. And also we'll circumvent any attempts to mask our successes within the company. We don't feel it's prudent to try to address just one particular RSM directly. So what we will do, though, is sit down with his superiors, the CEO and the other C-suite guys within Frugal, and just let them know, listen, you guys, we entered into agreement with you. We're going to need for you to take this thing seriously. We do have this one individual sales manager, for whatever reason, is kind of resistant to this full integration of Red Penguin into the company. And finally, we'll have a follow-up and maintenance stage. We'll conduct surveys of our approach, and with the reps, all 150 of them will give them this rep, and also the regional sales managers and those 13 location managers. And we'll take that information when we get back from them, and we'll implement changes in the way that we deal with them. And it's a dynamic plan. We'll continually make changes in order to better our relationship with you guys.
Okay, for our case, our customer base in this situation isn't exactly the customers. We want to focus our target on all the 150 sales reps. We believe it starts with having all the sales reps and the sales managers on board, and as Tony said, we don't have all of them on board, and that causes conflict, and so we want to change that. Our goal is for everyone to be comfortable, happy, and on the same page in order to benefit the partnership and maximize sales. We believe the best way to do so is to influence through the slug system, and we want to add value by showing the efficiency and the benefits of the slug system. As Tony said, Reese, the sales manager, is on board with it, but she believes there's not a how-to application for the slug system, so we want to create a way that the slug system is understood and implemented successfully. And we want to influence the entire sales team, like I said, because it starts there, and our presentation will further show you how we plan to do so in detail.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the value proposition and the key sales message that we have for Frugal. So really the biggest thing is offering Frugal sales reps, I think, incentives for selling our product, Red Penguin software products, because we really want to get the sales reps for Frugal incentivized, and they want to have benefits for selling our product. We want to show the importance or value in using Slug, this online platform that's great for communication. And we want to use this platform to reward associates for sales. As Tony mentioned, we want to update and obtain information needed for sales reps to successfully sell Red Penguin. We also want to present to Frugal reps the advantages of being remote. So since we can be anywhere at any time, this is definitely an advantage. And having Red Penguin reps that will communicate and support our customers when they purchase, not just let them purchase the product and then kind of leave them hanging. So third thing, we want to sell the value and importance of selling the entire package for Red Penguin. We don't want to just sell the product. Again, we want to really support the product, and we want to show that the service definitely is necessary to come with the product. So we want to also present strategy benefits to the executive team, including the CEO, CFO, COO, the CMO, and the Chief Sales Officer, that we need to treat this partnership the way it was intended to be. Obviously, just respectfully showing that the RSM, the sales manager, Blake Eastman, who had a little bit of a problem with Red Penguin, but we just want to show that blocking all the sales for Red Penguin, this is not beneficial for Frugal, and this is not beneficial, obviously, to Red Penguin. So at the end, it's all about making the customer happy, obviously, and long term, not just over the short term, not just that one day, while obviously trying to maximize profits for Frugal and Red Penguin. And I'm going to also talk a little bit about the SWOT analysis, which is the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats, both internal and external aspects for Red Penguin. So a strength is definitely our improved security, our better performance, and reduced operating costs with our software platform. Another strength for Red Penguin is that they provide fast, cheap, and easy access to customers, anytime, anywhere, since again, they're 100% remote. A weakness could be that we are not physically, us as Red Penguin are not physically at the Frugal offices. I believe, like Tony mentioned, Evil Shark is physically at the Frugal locations, but again, we want to save costs and we want to be remote, so we won't be physically there. And also, obviously, we are new. Our partnership is new with Frugal. Some opportunities that we can provide or we can obtain is prove to the sales reps value of Red Penguin product. We want to really win the sales reps because Red Penguin has better customer support. We've been known to really talk with our customers if they have issues, and really just for the sales reps to handle customers anywhere, anytime. So a threat could be getting sales reps to consistently sell Red Penguin. This is the Frugal sales reps, since again, they obviously sell Evil Shark, but we just want to prove our value as Red Penguin. And obviously another threat is Regional Sales Manager Blake Eastman wants Frugal to not do any business. Essentially, he wants to cut off the pipeline for Red Penguin, and he also does not want to talk about any of the success stories or anything that Frugal and Red Penguin successfully did together. So Red Penguin and ourselves and Frugal need to sell the majority of the 150 Frugal sales reps. These reps must realize the benefits of selling Red Penguin, possibly offer some kind of incentive to sell Red Penguin. We want to show the value that the support and professional attitude of Red Penguin will outperform and exceed Evil Shark. And like the Pacific rep said in the case, most sales reps, they just want their customers happy at the end of the day. And if Evil Shark cannot sell and maintain support with their product, the Frugal rep should not want to push their product. Go over the retail sales manager, Blake Eastwin's head, and prove to Frugal corporate that Blake Eastwin does not need to close off Red Penguin, as Frugal has relationships with both companies. And I think another strength, obviously, is since it was mentioned in the case that we got a respected rep in the New York City office to really show the value and enjoy our product at Red Penguin. But I think this is good, but I think we need to make this a bit of a trickle effect and try and get some of the other respected and obviously most senior reps for each of the 16 sales offices on board with Red Penguin, because once the senior or the most respected sales reps get on board with Red Penguin, it's a trickle effect. So they can talk to the other reps and they can kind of show them the value and some of the incentives and some of the commission that goes along with selling Red Penguin. Also, obviously, so our performance, security, and cost management for cloud services is something that needs consistent support and consistent service. These are pretty important, pretty big aspects of any business: your security, your profits, your cost management. And so no sales rep wants to leave their customer hanging, and no customer wants to be chasing down sales reps and confused. And the worst is having a customer not knowing where to find a sales rep or where to get information. So we really want to close this gap. Thanks.
All right, so here at Red Penguin, we have discussed our 30, 60, 90-day plan. To start out in the first 30 days, we're going to gather a better understanding of Frugal as a whole. We're going to talk to all of our influencers and understand their vision and objectives. We're going to challenge our customer with the insight we've gathered on why and how the online virtual customer support sales platform differs and exceeds our competitors in customer support. I'm going to show them the readiness to pivot and adjust in the ever-changing market is one of our strengths, and provide white paper links to the metrics to support our statements in the slug system. So the major thing we're going to start with is we're going to implement the slug system. The initial presentation of our sales strategy using slug, and provide virtual face-to-face offerings to meet all the sales reps over at Frugal can meet with any of our customer support people if they want to through the virtual environment. We're going to offer those salespeople the ability to offer a discount. As we said, we're going to try and incentivize people to adopt this fast. So each salesperson will get a half price for a 3-month offer on one of their key account sales to show the proof of concept and to encourage the adoption. We're going to review offerings between the two suppliers, create the pros and cons of each, and provide a simple diagram to post in slug and post it often. So we're going to flood that slug system with the stark differences between us and our competitors. We're going to acquaint the sales team, the sales reps, and the key in-house persons, including the Director of IT, Les Klickman. He wants to help implement slug. We're going to leverage the Chief Marketing Officer, Al Leedsmeister, and the Manager of Sales Establishment, Reese Rollout. We're going to avoid any confrontation with the RSM, Blake Eastwin, and politely block his influence on organizational implementation. We're going to provide some examples unanimously from our current employees that have sold Evil Shark. As you can see, we already have some examples. One said they could not get product info or technical service from any of their customer service need because their salespeople and techs are actually out on customer calls. They're not virtual. They're not available 24/7. Customers were unhappy and lost a couple of sales deals. So the Evil Sharks are having weaknesses in that, and we're going to try and show that stark difference through the slug system and really push that so the salespeople can see the difference of remote and support efficiency, and they'll always be there when they need them, not just when they want them. All right. So in the 60 days, then we're going to review what has worked, what has not worked, who supports it, and who our key players are. Our new challenges, our general market concerns, and our customer priorities, and go over the Swan House again. We're going to set up a process, communication plan, slug minimum posts of 3 to 5 per day, meaningful insight of the customer experiences and the sales benefits. We're going to set up a communication with the leadership, schedule some one-on-one regional sales managers and key salespeople who are embracing leading the charge with the new implementation. Ask for feedback from the directors and all of our key partners in this. ranging from your chief marketing officer all the way out to the sales establishment team. We're going to develop some sales training protocols and begin building a database of useful and important information gathered in the first 30 days. So in our 30 days, we're going to review what's worked and what's not worked in the slug system and develop certain communication protocols for this leadership to help guide the sales team. So after that, in the 90 days, we're going to try and start scheduling training with all that have not performed well in the selling organization, facilitate a reward for salespeople to mentor weaker salespersons, a stipend mentorship to the star people that have been embracing our product. So we're going to give them the ability to maybe take them to lunch, because some of them still very much like to go to lunch, but instead of going with us, they're going to go with their already successful salespeople that have been proven to show that this system works, the customer support's better. So we're going to get them in a social environment to encourage each other to sell and show the benefits. We're also going to have a reward system. So the most sales gets tickets to events, cash, recognition, and bragging rights. People still like the social stuff. So a lot of our feedback was that they don't like the fact how we're not there. They want people in there, so we're still going to encourage that social aspect in a virtual environment with rewards. After that, we're going to develop an all-inclusive sales planning guide to help guide the onboarding, facilitate customer service, and encourage feedback. Create a plan to call current customers on an ongoing basis to improve on already existing account relations, doing check-ins and walkthroughs on new and existing components of the software. Ask for the input on what our customers want to see improved, what's novel and what's redundant. Then we're going to finally measure and analyze and continue to improve using lean principles, using process improvement, using Six Sigma, designing, measuring, analyzing, and improving and controlling.
And finally, we do have a few resource requests for you guys. First off is, I know that we already say that we offer 24-hour support, but we just want that to be in stone, that 24 hours, 7 days a week support for customers of Frugal. They can call into this line and get tech support. Additionally, because just to answer the one problem that the one sales rep on the Pacific Coast had of not being able to get information to their customers about our product, we propose that we immediately from our company, upon every sale, shoot out product knowledge information or product information to Frugal's customers for them. It would eliminate them having to have that problem. So immediately it's in the customer's hand. And then finally, we need a designated social media person for a slug system, so to make these constant updates on slug, keep us fully integrated with them all at all times. Thank you.